good, everybody? What's good, man? I know I'm posting a lot right now, but look, I'm trying to get this content pushing out to y'all, man. Need to stop slacking off. I'm pushing this content. Look, listen here, brother. We finna get into it. Look, as soon as this thing load up, I'm finna go head over to the league so I can show y'all what's up with this, okay? Let's go to Watchtower real quick. I'm gonna go on the smart. I'm break down on my loadout, my skill points, all that stuff, okay? My mods, everything I'm using, okay? I would do my healing video with my healing loadout and all that other stuff separately as opposed to this, okay? Let's just run up in one of the wings, side. That don't really matter because it's damage for everybody. Anybody can get this. Those who know, I was mainly electricity, but nature and celestial, my other two powers, man. Not going front. What I'm talking about, okay, I even converse with other people who play nature on a daily basis just to, get their take, insight, and everything like that. I even looked at other people, shout out to, Bad Boogie and Real Game and S as well. There are two other people that do a lot of DCUO loadout videos and everything like that. I looked at them for their videos and everything. Look, I'm not saying the videos or their loadouts are bad by any measure. Sometimes their loadout can be better than one I come up with at that moment in time. But I personally have found loadouts that are better. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I found loadouts that are better. Okay? So let's start off simple, man. We're gonna do a melee AOE. I advise y'all, if you are in a regular raid, you can pretty much stay at melee range at all times. The healers are good enough to the extent if your healer's having trouble though, go ahead and back off, go to range, okay? But with being in melee, don't be that guy or that girl that's just a butt, so to speak, about stuff. And you're constantly in melee range and you get one shot or you just keep dying over and over and over again. Learn the mechanics of the game, learn what's going on so you don't keep dying at least, okay? Look. So, with my melee, we have blast stepper as always. I use rifle, just do a little tap in between. It's very helpful. A lot of people use one-handed. I use rifle because AOE. Might as well get them both out of it, okay? And blast stepper hits everybody at that. So come on. Gorilla form supercharge. You can switch it up. If you're gonna be a lot of AOE, if you're looking for more, it's really on you. I pick gorilla form because it's a little bit harder at times to generate my supercharge when I'm at a distance or doing single target. So it helps out there. You can also use wolf form. It's on you, either one. I use restoration of might for my face socket because I'm a might based DPS as well as a restoration healer, man. I do both. Escalating might because once again, or might DPS, okay? Berserker, because you don't actually realize how useful Berserker is, and I don't need help with the cooldowns of pretty much anything. Berserker, the 10 additional percentage of damage, your health drops below 35%. Coming from a healer, quite a bit, and the healer boosts you back up, but you still get this damage boost, so that's always good to have. Penetrating strikes is better than core strength. There's been a test. Look up Obsidian Chill's video if you want to look at this test more. Restore a Serpent Call. It's probably one of the only leg mods that you can actually use that's useful for like any of the powers. Not just nature, but any of the powers that you actually use in your loadout. Serpent Call, we actually use a lot as a supercharge generator, and it's a dot. If you didn't know about nature, pretty much all the dots are the same, pretty much. They pretty much do the same damage. So you might as well use Serpent's Call to get the extra supercharge bonus. That's AOE as well. Okay, we had dashing combos because we are going to be using super speed, couple abilities from that to supplement our damage. Now, if you're not super speed, I would advise you to go super speed because pretty much I went super speed a long time ago. I used to be flight super speed now, and I learned a long time ago, if you're super speed, you pretty much are going to be ahead of the game and you're gonna have a lot of skill points. That's what I thought when as a kid playing this game. That's what I thought. You're gonna have a lot of skill points. You'll be really good. But right now, super speed combos are good. Like their powers are good. Supercharge good. The movement, you can just get everything quicker because you can keep spamming the boost. So you're minus the left thumbstick. So I keep pressing that in, and I keep getting a damage boost over and over and over again. And then you have max damage in your hand socket. Okay. When I say that, like let me. I keep going like this. Keep going. Keep. And then go fully when I'm out of combat fully. That's a lot faster than anything else. Flight. Only thing that could probably be potentially better is acrobatics. And some people use that for nature to get the taser pull. But hey, it's on you. The only way they can be faster is when you literally grapple onto a wall or something. But if there's no wall around, super speed's the fastest. So without further ado, y'all, I'm going to show y'all a little parser. Oh, my fault. Let me break down loadout. My fault, y'all. Apologies. I'll break down loadout. We got Serpent Call. We got Savage Growth. We got Voracious Plants. Royal and Dervish. Robot Sidekicks. Pretty much a good dot. Hits harder than pretty much most dots. It's mandatory, even for my electricity loadout. And then we got Primal Wolf Form because we're going to be in melee range, okay? Remember, the ads on Elite raids, as well as pretty much the entire regular version of the raids and alerts, you can be melee range easily. As long as you're not being dumb about it, you can stay in that range and not get killed. You might get killed every once in a while depending on the mechanics, but you won't for the most part. Our wolf form, we're going to get Thorn Burst to keep our dot, Savage Growth, Vortex Trap. Now, mind you, Whirlwind and Dervish hits harder than Vortex Trap, but both these come together, hit hard. Just trust me on that. Trust me. And then you use Sonic Cry as well. Sonic Cry and Savage Growth are pretty much similar. Savage Growth hits a lot harder though. Okay? You will see on pretty much all of these, you'll see the numbers, real-time numbers, all that, okay? Savage Growth hits a lot harder. Now, if you do not want to use Sonic Cry, you can also supplement and Robot Sidekick to get that constant dot, which is also a good bet. If you don't want to use either of those, I would say use Racist Plants, okay? It's going to hit pretty hard, and it has a few dots after the fact, okay? Pretty good. But without further ado, y'all, I'm going to show y'all a quick little parser. Okay, start Serpent Call, Savage Growth, Racist Plants, hit that twice, then we're going to Whirlwind Dervish, okay? We're going to let it play for like 3 seconds. Then we're going to hit square on mine, whatever your melee button. I'm going to keep repeating, okay? Now this is cool and all, right? You're getting in the 70s, you're in the 80s, all that stuff, right? Okay, cool, fine, Danny, whatever, right? That was off because I started talking, I stopped, right? That's why it's 60. When you go over here, you're hitting in the electricity range, okay? And I will say that because when you pop Wolf Form, and you're doing the Vortex Trap with everything else going on, oh my goodness, the damage is crazy. Spectacular. And for y'all who want to know what my artifacts are while I'm doing this, it is, I have the Grim on for the power action, and extra damage that the Grim does. You can change this out for the strategist card if you want. Some people use, I'll also change it out for the amulet if your healers can support it. Or you can go ahead and hit it with the Eye of Gemini if you're going to be spamming your supercharge, okay? But make sure you have like a EOG Eye of Gemini healer or tank spamming this for you as well, okay? So you can rebuild your supercharge as fast as possible. So this can be valid. But if not, safe and reliable, Grim, okay? Plus, power action helps when it comes to pretty much everything. I use the Soul Cloak, so my supercharge pretty much always there. But if you want, you can keep the Grim on, so your power action is always there and extra damage, right? Transformation, staple. Has to be there. You can take the scrap out and put strategist card. That's gonna give you some nice dots. So it used to be like 20,000 dots, and right now it ranges from anywhere to like 17,000 up to, I think it can be in the 30s or 40s, if not 50,000 right now at that. So you can use this. It's great damage. Okay, great damage. Amulet, you can replace it off with the Soul Club as well, and the EOG. Okay, any of those. Now, for those who want to know how I spec the full thing for the mastery because it does increase damage. So my rifle taps increase damage. And mind you, the one I was doing right there, I did not tap at all, so my damage would be increased an extra couple thousand, because I would be tapping in between. But the super speed, I don't like to be stuck or stunned, so I get those, and I have enough skill points to do it. You just spec down so you can get that. Tornado pool I use in my single target loadout sometimes because it hits very hard. Vortex trap, as you saw in our wolf form, we're going to use that as well. And just to let y'all know, whether it be wolf form or normal form, any of my loadouts, for the most part, I try to work them left to right, make it very simple, so when other people utilize them, I've shared my loadouts with people in game as well. When anybody utilizes them, it's very simple and user-friendly, beginner-friendly, okay? You work left to right. Sometimes, like the circle here, the voracious plants, we just hit that twice just to get a little bit extra damage going on there. But you can hit it once if you want, okay? Iconics, I'm all over the place, okay? I was testing on a lot of stuff. Heat vision, when we go to our single target. But if this is a strictly melee, what's it called? Spec, then we won't be getting that, but we'll keep the rest of this. And we won't be getting the lasso nor the heat vision, but we'll pretty much get the rest of this. Weaponization, it helps out, okay? It helps out with your weapon, increase damage, all this other stuff, okay? So, get that. This, Venom Boost is supercharger. If you're getting a lot of supercharges, you can put on your wolf form, you can pop another supercharger within that. It does increase the damage even more. It just helps. If you try to go for a supercharged spam thing, instead of this, so you can get your Eye Gemini going off, use a Pheromone Bloom. Instead of like return normal wolf form, you can put this there or that there, depending on what you got going on. Robot Sidekick, because it's good. Sonic Cry if you want to use it, okay? And then stats, you go super power focus, so you get that power generation, your might and power, get your crits, max out your might and power, whatever you got. I'll go weapon taps, so a lot of precision, but don't forget about at least get the 1 point, so you get the initial, like how it says 80 resto here. I do the 1 point in each of them, so I get the little bit stat increase, and then put, I do about 100 in precision, because I have enough that I was going to do 50, but I got more skill points now, so I put the rest into health, okay? Because if you got a buff troll with the Tetra, your health will convert over to more might, so that's helpful, but most people don't run that, I don't think, anymore, so I would just focus on my weapon taps, and precision's going to help out there. Okay, it's your melee loadout, okay? Melee AOE for the ads, okay? You go into ads, look, go ahead. You can do this for your dailies as well. But I will tell you, my other loadout that I like to use for dailies is the last loadout, okay? It's a melee single target one. Bear with me on that, okay? Now this right here is single target. I've tested out a boatload of stuff, different combinations, etc. There's one of the reasons why you're like, Trey, what's going on? I don't see Serpent Call on here. I usually have Serpent Call on here. Technically, you can still run it if you want, but this right here will maximize your damage while you're outside of gorilla form. You want to quickly get into gorilla form as fast as you can. It's going to be the same as like loadout. Only thing that really changes is that your Impaling Thorns now, as it says, hits additional enemies. Okay? So that's helpful there. But you have your voracious plant still. Tornado pool, it hits hard. Heat vision, amplify heat vision because you're wearing, look, it's heat vision. Everybody uses it. We're going to use it too. Then Paling Thorns for a 35%er, okay? Get the extra damage. Robust Sidekick, Gorilla Form. Alright, showed you same exact thing across the board. Then we're going to do return normal so we can pop in and out if we have enough supercharge. The mods are pretty much the same. Blast Adapter, Gorilla Form, Might, Berserker, Penetrating Strike, Serpent Call, Dashing Combos, max damage, okay? We got our Grim, we got our Transformation, and we got our Solar Amplifier right here, okay? Now, these are all probably pretty much the same. Okay, I got my Spot Drop, I got the Summer Event Trinket. It's helpful, okay? Look at my summer video if you want to know about, more about summer event. But this trinket right here, it was at one point doing the most damage in the game out of any of the pet trinkets. I still think it does for most part, but hey, orbital, because orbitals are helpful. Then we got our buff, okay? That's pretty much standard on all my stuff. Pretty much keep a pet if I'm healing or damaging. Keep some type of pet. Damage, I pretty much keep this one on. If I want more range, I'll switch it out for... Sorry, y'all. I'll switch it out for one of the... Where's that? Could have changed it. Paradox Gaze or something like that. If you want burst damage while you're ranged, use a turret. But it also has a range on it, so it's not really ranged all like that. But yeah. I'll show y'all the numbers I'm getting here. We just go across, left to right, left to right. We can hit 2 of these if you want. So they have 32,000. And the 20s right there. We have 42, that's a little low. But bear with me, y'all, bear with me. The reason why I made it melee 45. Now, in the midst of me making these loadouts, man, letting the other people loadouts, like I said before, well, I found me some gems. That's why I made a whole, look at that, what I'm saying, 49. My CR, it's only 331, okay? 331, okay? I slacked up on the bit, that's why I dropped so low. I'm only 88,000 might, okay? Not the highest. Okay, you saw my gear as you were looking through it. It's not the highest, man. Okay, but I can still beat a lot of DPS. There's not many DPS who beat me. Okay? I even have a video of me on the current alerts. And I was doing a little DPS competition. I blew them out by like a lot. It wasn't even competition at that point. But this is the range loadout. If you're trying to stay away, stay at a range, all that. Stay away from the boss, etc. Now, I've even rocked this in Elite. Look, I don't think anyone's really doing this. I don't see nobody posting a video about you do a melee single target build. Okay? We got, as you see at the bottom, we got a few things going on here. We got our Savage Growth, Vortex Trap, Amplified Heat Vision, Whirlwind Dervish, Robot Sidekick, Gorilla Form. In our Gorilla Form, pretty much all of our forms, we're just using it for the buff. So in Gorilla Form, you get a damage increase, your defense increase, healing output increase for a short time, okay? When you go into Primal Wolf, you get a damage increase, and you just get critical attack chance and damage increase as well, okay? Now, technically, you could use this if you want, but through testing and everything, it's been said time and time again that Gorilla Form does more damage technically on single targets as opposed to Wolf Form. Wolf Form does more damage on multiple targets, okay? But we'll put in Wolf Form for now. It don't matter, okay? Either way, we look at, well, Either way we look at, we're using it, okay? Now, this right here hits hard. And granted, look at this. Look at this, man. Okay? Same stuff, 88,000 might, right? Same mods. All this stuff same, right? Even got the same artifacts. Solar, Transformation, Grim. Use a Grim for PI. Excuse me. Now when we go up in here, Savage Growth hits hard. Okay? And it's AOE. Vortex Trap hits pretty good. It's pretty hard. Like you can almost get like 80,000 if you add all the ticks up. You can surpass the 100,000 at one point where I'm at. Okay, with my might level. So just imagine a lot of y'all that have been playing the game more consistently and let me say more consistent. Y'all play the game and are higher CR than me, have better gear than me, whatever the case may be. It's gonna hit harder than that. That's what it hits for me. This for me hits 60,000 when it crits. Okay. This whether it crits when it crits, 100,000. When it don't crit, about 80. This hits in like the 20s to 25. At times hits like 30, 40 something. It has a few ticks, so this is about 100 here too, man. Then this is harder than this, so just keep that in mind. 100k right there. Robot Sidekick, staple. Then we got supercharge for our damage and all that. Okay. Now, with that being said, y'all like Trey, single target. Now, this is if you got the boss, especially with the current DLC when we go on Brainiac and you got all them ads. Pretty much most of the DLCs nowadays, they got all them ads that come out and all these phases. This loadout right here would take care of all of them, man. You're not getting out DPS by no electric no more. You're not getting out DPS by no munitions no more, no gadgets like that. Man, this hits hard, okay? I haven't ran into nobody that out DPS me like that. So, look, that's my personal experience. Let me know in the comments what is yours, okay? But I'm going to show y'all what this hitting for right here, okay? I'm not buffed. I haven't been buffed this entire video, so I want y'all to know current effects, there's nothing. I can't go down any further, okay? Can't go down. I don't know if you heard the click. Can't go down. Okay? Look. Oh man, didn't hit that vortex trap, but it's all good though. Boom. Come on. 651 already. We already got way better numbers than our range loadout. Melee hits harder on nature, in front. Try to let most of the stuff play out, and then hit the meat and square for mine. Sometimes I mess up vortex trap, but it's all good. I messed up again. I messed up, y'all. My apologies. Trust me, though. This loadout right here is what I was doing, and I was smacking people, man. 15 million them. The one, I think I almost 50 million. I was like, goodness, what were you doing this entire time? See, I messed up and I causing me damage, alright? But before, I'm not gonna front or lie to y'all at all. If I can find it, if my PlayStation recorded it, I hit over 60,000 parser per second. No buffs, just like I'm doing now. Really, just hit over 60,000. Okay. Has great potential. Some of the stuff lagging and glitching, as you see, with the harder than the other loadout. That's what I use for my bosses and everything like that. Oh, see 60 right there. And 60 from when my boy One Shot One Kill was the deal, but telling me 60 is where you want to be at this DLC, okay? You want to be at 80 to 100 on the 3 targets over there. Definitely want to be over 100k. You're more looking at like 120, things of that nature, okay? You have to look at 120 on there. This partial for every 10 seconds, right? So 120,000 there, 80 to 100 there. If you get anything higher than these numbers, you're lovely. But if you get in these numbers ranges, what you want to be at, that's one like staples for most powers, and you want to hit around 60 here. Okay, so 60, 80 to 100, 100 plus, but really you want to be like 120 on up. A lot of times I can hit 130 with nature. Electric, I'm hitting, easy. I get like 160 on that. I'm not gonna front. Anywhere from 130 to 160. Okay, I'll get my stuff range. So I'm not. So y'all be like, no, you can't. No, that might. But it's all good, man. But look, those are my 3 loadouts. This is the one I use for my dailies when I'm doing open world stuff because it's just easy, it's usable. I love hitting this too. And then you just and be done. I like it a lot. But look, without further ado, try this loadout out. Let me know in the comments and by liking this video if you like the loadouts, other stuff. Probably I will revise some. I will go ahead and put in this melee single target slash AOE loadout. That's a jack of all trades here. Go ahead and put wolf form, man. You're in melee range anyways. If you're gonna be range, use gorilla form. Especially if you're single target range, gorilla form. Melee and AOE stuff, use wolf form. Okay. Same loadout applies for everything. Just convert the loadout over there. I'm not really one for the whole dots thing because the dots don't seem to add up. Now, if you are in range and you're trying to stay range and do a single target, you can put straight dots here. Probably put like heat vision or something. And then go into gorilla form. Use harvest. Use harvest. Put that there. And just continue this loadout on through, okay? So you just keep your dots going, okay? But yeah, that's about it, y'all. That's in my testing, what I've come to find with my research and talking, watching other YouTube videos, everything like that. This is the best loadouts you can get for nature, especially in my CR and my might. That's what I got. These are numbers I'm working with, okay? Without further ado, y'all, it's your boy TJ. Stay tuned, stay locked, stay loaded. Shalom.